Hey everybody, this is Collector Dude again. I'm going to do an art book video. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I've gotten a request to do this from Monochrome Books, so I thought I'd help him out and get his fix on with Alex Ross. He loves Alex Ross, so and I know there's millions of other people that like him and love him too, like me. So I'm going to do a video of this today. I might have to break it up into two parts, depending, because for some reason my account won't let me show a video longer than 15 minutes. I do not know what that is. When I switch phones from my Samsung Note 4 to my Apple 8 and then to my Samsung 9 right now, it won't, for some reason it's acting up on the account, and I don't have my computer fixed yet to go on there and change it. I'm gonna have to probably see if I can use my girlfriend's computer, but it acts up. It's weird. Other than that, let's get started on this. This is the back of the book here, so if you want to read the back, you can pause it. Here, let me go up here. There's that. The picture's really cool. Dynamic art of Alex Ross, and you can pause it and read it. Hopefully it's clear to you. Okay, and here's the front of it again. Let's see, wait a minute, make sure this doesn't fall down, and I got my weight here to keep it from sliding. Okay, get this over like this. That's the front of the book. Look at that, how cool that is. And it's got all the covers that he's done. I can't wait for the new one to come out when he does the one for Marvel Artwork. And I got to do one of his other book called Mythology, and that's DC artwork. Well, let's get this on here. That's the inside of the book there. And there's that first page, first couple pages. You can see they did a digital image for it because that's the original one. And here's that. And the indicia. And Alex Ross, collection designed by Jason Ohlmeyer. Art and words by Alex Ross. He's done a lot of different stuff over the years. They've done a lot of different artwork and a lot of different, or not artwork, but statues and stuff like that based on his artwork. Look at that Iron Man statue. So when you know this stuff exists from this book or something like that, you can go in and punch it in online and Google it and check on it. And there's a poster of this Conan out with him slashing, and they made the statue from it. That's really cool. It's based on the poster. And that Captain America is awesome. He did life-size bust of all these characters, like the Hulk and Captain America. And I'm trying to think if I don't know if they did the Joker or not. These are smaller busts, like Storm, where she's a vampire from Earth X. Stuff like that. But this is something he wrote, like recapping his life. So you can look at that. If you want to make sure I get in the picture, you can pause it. That's all of that. Okay, let's flip the page. Here, look at this Red Sonja. Don't make her angry. It's like the Hulk, you wouldn't like her when she's angry. There's that. And there's like his pencils for it, like the thumbnails to see what it's going to look like. He did Vampirella too. At one time he said he didn't want to do any Vampirella in one of his interviews, but something must have changed, obviously. You know how artists are. We get a little finicky about certain things, or we don't want to do certain things, and he changed his mind. But he does some beautiful work when he does that. Look at that. It's like, wow, that is awesome. These were all for covers of books. I didn't get them though. I need to look back. I don't know what they're worth now, if they're worth a lot. But he did these all for covers for books for Dynamite. Red Sonja number 30, and this is cover to Red Sonja and the Claw, Devil's Hand number 1. That's cool. The power, look at the muscles and everything like that. You know, it's like he's perfect for doing like a He-Man cartoon, if they were to do, or not a cartoon, but if they were to do like a poster or a comic book set or a big art book for him. And he's done He-Man pictures too, like in his some of his art books that he sells at his shows. He's done He-Man and Skeletor. He does a beautiful Vampirella. Let's see, pull back so you can get that all. Sketches, pencil sketches. And then this is like after Frank Brunner. Yeah, let's go back for that. It's really cool. Detail. You see, in memory of Frank. Awesome. I'm not sure what Vampirella book this is. I don't know if it was like a magazine version or something like that of Vampirella, but that's the cover. That's really cool. And this is new for him here. It's almost like, kind of reminds me of that Crimson book, that Crimson Plague is from George Perez. Let's see if it says anything over here what this is. Variant cover to Vampirella number 1. He's got her with her wings here. Really cool. And the faces. Very nice. Like I said, I may do more. I have to do a couple of videos to show all of this because I don't want you to miss anything. I'm going to go as slow as possible so you can really look at this and enjoy this like I have. I haven't looked at this book in a while, but I'm enjoying it now. I'm looking at it now with you guys and gals, whoever's watching this. It's just really cool. It's the detail and stuff he comes up with, and like the buildings. Look at the buildings. And the contrast of her just popping right off the page there. And that moonlight and the glare or the shine through the wings. It's like a window. Like a stained glass window he did it form of. I know a girl looks like that. She's got that face, but not the vampire teeth, but she works where I work at. She's one of our salespeople. She looks kind of like that. She's Spanish descent. Very nice lady. And I don't think she's not a vampire. She's really cool though. But look at this. Look how cool this is. I'm going to get on to the detail. Like I said, this is going to probably take a few videos to make sure you see all of this. This was a cover for something. I'll get down to that so you can see it. I thought Marvel did something like this because this guy looks familiar. Fury or something like that. Let's see what this is. Cover to unproduced collection of 1963 series. Yeah, Marvel did that. I think it was Marvel. If I'm wrong, correct me. Marvel or DC, one of them. I think it was because he was kind of like Spider-Man, the Fury character. And some of these guys were like Fantastic Four and stuff. But it's very cool. And this is beautiful too. I remember when this came out, I bought a few issues of this. Buck Rogers and his version of them. I made the glowing. Oh, everything glows. And then over here, that's like the like the finished version. There, and then this is like the prototype or the sketch version to see what it's going to look like, how he's going to make the finished picture look. And he says everything here. Cover to Buck Rogers #1, and then preliminary sketch. That's it. Preliminary cover and character designs for Buck Rogers. It's really cool how he just makes it glow. See, I do this sometimes when I'm doing my coloring. I won't put any ink on it and just do the colors, and look at that. Looks like it's glowing. There's so many techniques you learn from other artists, or just over time you learn what you want and you do it and it works. Or sometimes it doesn't, but Alex knows how to make it work. There's Game of Thrones stuff. Look at these wolves. So I get the reference for all of this stuff. There's so many things you can do. You got your imagination going and everything, and just let's see what this says. Cover to George R.R. Martin's A Game of Thrones #1. Not sure if you can get that or not now. Probably could, but I have a trade paperback if you can't get the single issues. And this is cover to George R.R. Martin's A Game of Thrones #2. It's the lighting, how he does light and everything. The glow on the wolf's fur and everything in the face. This is how lighting goes. Let's see. This is cool. Lone Ranger. And Zorro. That's awesome. It's just the lighting. He can do like when he does his negative stuff. I bought a negative cover. It's in my collection. I have to find it, and I can show it one day. Cover to the Lone Ranger and Zorro. The Death of Zorro #1, and this one's the cover to the Lone Ranger #1. I had the reverse or the negative version of this book. I bought it years ago from my local comic book store. Just really cool. You see, I did all the colors there with the sky. Everything's like in reds and everything. You can do it like you can do this all in greens and blues. He's just really good. Oh, look at that. Tarzan. And the gorillas behind him is like, wow, the contrast is like boom. Like he does the veins across the thighs and the hands and everything. And the legs. You see the gorillas back here. Like the quick brush strokes and everything for the trees, but it just doesn't need any much detail. The details in the people or the gorillas and everything up front, the foreground, and Tarzan. So cool. Let's see what this is. Cover of Lord of the Jungle #1, and then this one's cover to Warlord of Mars. Look how cool that is. And all the main characters. Now here's Avengers Invaders and Captain America. And I'll see if I can get this flat so you can read it if you want. Pause it there. And you can read that later. And this is thumbnail sketches for covers 1 through 4. And I got most of these books. I think I'm missing one of them. I got to go back and look and see which ones I have. And I like to get the trade paperback too, with a hardcover. It's just awesome. I'll let you see this better. He does like highly detailed thumbnails, just so he can figure. I'm not sure how large these are, or they reduced them for the page, but he does some small stuff too, though. Teaser image promoting the return of Captain America and Avengers Invaders. Just look at the colors, the lighting, and the flame. Very cool. Well, I'm going to stop this here and I'll start another video. Okay.